Good day, daddies and mommy. I am here to introduce to you a new educational software in the field of test and measurement. This is a software that has been produced by collaborative efforts of different academia and seasonal. It's all about test and measurement. Are you a teacher too? Are you a teacher too? And you love teaching? In the actual sense of it, you enjoy doing it, but as much as you enjoy teaching, it's like examination is like a nightmare to you. You always wonder and you have headache of where to get the question, sourcing the question, then setting of the question, structuring of the question, or reporting the scores back to the parent or to the student that have written the exam. Wow, I have a good news for you. Is such a good news. This is a new software that has taken the burden off your neck. You don't need to stress yourself any longer. The solution has come right away. Wake up to it. It's a kind of robotic software that sets question, structure it, and report the score. Now, this software that I'm talking about, how does it work? It's a very simple thing. Let's see how it works. The function of this software. The function of the software is everything about test, examination, and evaluation. Everything about examination. Starting from the syllabus, going to setting of question, writing of the question, and presenting the result to the students or the parents. So it works in such a way that you are able to get the topic, then the standard, the expectation for the student. You getting the scheme and the syllabus. Then it also help in the setting of the question for test, for examination, or even it may be the interview of a new staff. You want to interview a new staff. They also help in answering of these questions. Then evaluation and reporting of the score to the required quarters where it is needed. Now the question now is this: how does this work? Well, the first thing is the teacher logs in, and when the teacher logs in, the teacher select the subject and he select the level to be tested, and the next thing the teacher does is to supply the topic one after the other that the teacher is going to test. For example, in mathematics now, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, percentage, profit and loss statistics, and indices. Now the teacher supply the questions to be the number of questions he or she wants there. In addition, 10 questions. In subtraction, 9 questions. In multiplication, 13. In division, 12. In percentage, 12. In profit and loss, 11. In statistics, 5. And indices, 8. Then the total of the question is 80. Then, having done that, the teacher just click OK. This is how it was. Then let us say, for example, here in addition we have 10 questions. The software will go ahead and now set question on different cognitive level. It will take each of the cognitive level one after the other. Out of the 10 questions for addition, how many questions should go for knowledge? Out of the 10 questions, how many questions should go for comprehension? How many should go for application? How many should go for analysis? How many should go for synthesis? And how many should go for evaluation? So the software will determine that first of all before it starts setting questions. That how many questions for a topic now? How many? Where will it set the question? Now, having set the question like that, then it will now go and produce this table of specification is going to work with. Table of specification, to those of us who are not novice in the field of test and measurement or education, I'm sure that this table of specification is not new to you. In fact, all I'm saying is not strange to you. It will now produce table of specification. The table of specification there, then it will come out like this. It will display the topics that have been selected. The topics that have been selected previously will come one after the other. Then the total of the questions will also come, and the number of the question per topic will come. Then the software will now determine that each of the cognitive level, that means these are the ways I'm going to distribute setting of the question. And then having done that, then the software will go ahead and set the question. It will now produce the results in three ways. Number one, it will produce the results in PDF printable file. Like it will produce the results, that means the questions items in intranet or internet. Now each of these ones start from different things. If we produce the question in form of PDF printable file, then it will produce two questions. Number one, it will produce the student's copy. The student copy is a copy without answer. It will also produce the teacher copy. The teacher copy is the copy with answer. Then it will produce the intranet that the students can do this exam in the school. Then it will also produce internet. That means the students will go home and answer the question at home at his own convenient time. He is going to use the data to solve this. Now, let's see how the questions will be answered or writing of the question item. The PDF printable file can be printed and the students will answer the question using their pen and pencil. We can also have it in form of intranet. When we have it in form of intranet, then the question will be loaded on and the students will answer the question in form of a CBT. Then all the system in the computer laboratory can be networked and the students will be answering the question using their different computers. The networking can be wired or wireless, whichever it is. We have taken care of that. Then it can also be through internet. That means the student can use their phone or computer, whichever they like, to answer the question. There's phone version, there's laptop version, and the two of them work simultaneously at the same time. Now, we have also worked on the security of the software so that we guide against intruder. We have used combined effort of different computer programmers and hackers to make sure that the software is well secured. In this way, we are still continuing with upgrading of the security. The next level of security that is very important is the security of the student on the student side, SSS, security student side. This way, that is when the child is going to write the exam at home. Now, we have worked on 7 different levels of security that makes it very hard, if not impossible, for any student to cheat no matter how. Now, number one is we do the facial recognition and monitoring of the student. It will recognize which student is answering the question. Is still the same person that's answering the question. It will identify the person that's answering the question. Number two, it will look at the physical movement of the intruder. Maybe somebody is trying to spy the question from the back or what. Then it's going to also monitor the noise level. Is the student trying to cheat by dictating the question? Then we look at the mouth and the eyes movement. Is the eyes of this person moving? Is the mouth also moving? If the two of them are moving, then there's a kind of foul play there. Then the software will report immediately that is an exam malpractice and will be raising serious alarm. Then the next one is it stops cloning of the system. This is a sophisticated kind of exam malpractice in which a student will just use a button and we put that button in front of the laptop, and that button is already sharing that system with somebody outside, maybe in Abuja, in Lagos, in Accra, anywhere, and it's that person that is over there that is already answering the question. This software also can stop any form of cloning of the system. It can also stop any duplication of the system. We want to use projectile on the system to project it to another screen so that more people can read the question and prepare for the question. Yes, we have also worked on this, that any form of duplication of the system is not possible. We have also stopped every form of mirroring of the system. In this way, it is not possible for students to do any form of exam malpractice. Now, the question is, what do we now need from you now? Before I go there, let me quickly tell you the advantages of this software. Because of the software, now, the interview of your teachers can be done at contact or remote. Somebody is applying to your school from Lagos and the person is living at Abuja, Kaduna, or Borno State. You don't need the person don't need to travel to your school. Just set up the question and tell the person to click, and the person will write the exam right wherever he is, and you know the standard of the teacher that you are inviting to your school. So you don't even need the physical presence of that person until the person come and resume. Then the next one is that it reduces the stress of teacher. It will set the question, structure the question, and present the question in a very standard way. Then the next one is that you stop burning fuel, stop spending money on generator, because in a jiffy you set the question for the old school, and wow, that is the most wonderful aspect of it. That is our aim. We are sure that you are having standard question, and in this case it makes your teachers to work harder, because the teacher will like to cover every possible area. They would like to eat and chew every nook and cranny of the topic in such a way that there is no where question is coming from that their students is not able to tackle. In this way, the standard of the school will be very high. Wow. Now, what we need from you, we are campaigning for 100 schools. The first 100 schools, what they are going to do for us is they will use the software where they are going to give us their complaints, their questions, and we tackle their complaints and their questions. And it is the testimony of those people we now use to launch the final edition. That means that for the present edition now, for those first 100 schools, we will not pay any amount. You will not pay any amount for the registration, and you are not going to pay that in the future. No, we have registered you for life. It is free for you. However, should I say that you are going to pay some amount of money for some other platform you are going to use for you, that it requires monetary payment, e.g. in sending a bulk SMS. The students have written the exam and you want to now send the results as a bulk SMS to all the parents, and some other platform like that requires you to pay for them, and that is just a meager amount of money. For other ones, you are going to, for those one that requires CAC registration, that requires court affidavit, you are going to operate at our platform like that. But for those people who could not pay into the 100 first schools, they are going to pay for all that and do the necessary documentation. Now, you can please message me. I will be listening. I'll be waiting to hear your comments. I'll be waiting to hear your questions. I will be waiting to hear your idea, and let's make this country great once again. This is an international software. It is a software that's going to go into different countries, to different parts of the world. Now, we are starting here in Nigeria, so please let's work together and let us see how far we'll be able to push Nigeria first in the field of test and measurement. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your attention. God bless you.